Your host Jaden, and you're listening to the Pucking Devils YouTube channel. So I just got back from the game, and there's a lot of emotions that are going through my head right now. So I thought the Devils had a pretty good first period. So did the Canucks. It was pretty even tilted. The Devils came out with a few early good shots, and I feel like they had the momentum. Thatcher Demko, the Canucks goalie, came off injury reserve today, so he might have been a little bit cold. So it was good to get some shots early on him. But at 9:51, Marcus Pettersson throws it to Suter, and Suter just bangs it past Markstrom. Not much he can do there. He was wide open in the slot. The Devils they left players wide open in the slot all night, and there was just nothing you could do. They got to clean that up. I mean, that can lead to a lot of goals. So that was to end the first period. And then in the second 12 minutes, Jacob Markstrom makes a huge save, and Covey just bats it down the ice to save a goal. So great to see from Jacob Markstrom and Covey. I thought Kovacevic had a pretty good night. Despite the penalties, but overall his defensive game was pretty good after what Sheldon Keefe said the other night after the Ottawa Senators game. So that in the second period, and then at 8:58, Timo Meier Madness continues on the power play, baby. Jesper Bratt has the puck, and he just throws it to Dawson Mercer, and then Dawson Mercer just bats it to Timo Meier, and that ties the game up at 1-1 on the power play. So that was good to see from Timo. I mean, he has like 7 goals in the month of March, so really good to see from Timo. And that was to end the second period. Then going into the third period, a few minutes, and Nico Hischier gets the puck and drives it into the zone. And then Brendan Dillon gets it and just shoots it wide. And Timo Meier recovers the puck and shoots it and scores. It's Timo Meier's second goal of the game. Great to see from Timo Meier. But then a few minutes later, not so long after, Lekamaki gets a goal to tie it 2-2 in the second period. So that was really tough to see. I mean, there was nothing that they can do. But Jacob Markstrom maybe could have had it, but a really deflated. I mean, the Prudential Center just deflated after that, so it was rough to see. But then going into the third period, Erik Haula gets a goal. It was like right in front of him, and he scores. There was a big mayhem after that goal. Paul Cotter was in it. Jonathan Kovacevic was in it. Sherwood was in it, and they were all fighting. Kovacevic takes a penalty. I'm not sure on the Canucks who took the penalty, but yeah, that was a good mayhem after the fight. Fun to see at the game. But the Devils were hemmed in their zone, and with 33 seconds left, Jake Debrusk scores. And man, oh man, that was a deflator. The Rock just shut down, and there was not much you could say after that. I mean, they were hemmed in their zone for so long, and they just found a way to get a goal. It was scrambling, the puck was scrambling, and Jacob Markstrom just couldn't find it, and Jake Debrusk gets the goal. So that was to tie it at 3-3, and not much you could say, and we're headed into overtime. So we know that the Canucks have a lot of star power in their overtimes. I mean, Quinn Hughes, Brock Besser, Garland. There's a lot of players that are good. Jake Debrusk. So we have to be a little bit scared about this. But a lot of good chances in the overtime. I mean, Jacob Markstrom made some big saves, especially on Quinn Hughes on that breakaway. He made a big save. Jesper Bratt and Nico Hischier went the other way a few times. Demko made a huge save on Paul Cotter. So, I mean, really good overtime. It was fun to watch. And then we go into the shootout, and Paulie C, a.k.a. Paul Cotter's up first. And he tries to do a silky move with those silky hands, and he just can't get it through Thatcher Demko. So, not much you can say from Paul Cotter. It was a good move, but not much you can do about that. And then they went into the rounds, and into the fourth round, Lekamaki gets a goal to win the game 4-3 Canucks. And that was just really rough. I mean, the boys got 1 point, but not much you could say. I feel like they should have got 2 points. They should have held that third period and won the game. But I thought Jacob Markstrom played a really good game all night, and there's not just much you can say. I mean, they got the 1 point, and they're going to have to move on to Wednesday night. Wednesday night's going to be a huge game against the Chicago Blackhawks after they got eliminated, so it should be a win, but you never know. Hopefully, Jake Allen will get the start and keep playing at his level, so we'll see what happens there. But I just want to talk about a few players that I thought played really good tonight. Tomas Tatar was hustling all night, and I thought he's been doing that for the past 2 games now. So great to see from Tomas Tatar. Justin Dowling's a hustler too. He came into the lineup tonight. Shimon Nemec was out of the lineup tonight. Daniel Sprong was also out of the lineup. Curtis Lazar was out of the lineup. Nate Bastian was out of the lineup. So Justin Dowling was in. Andre Palat came back into the lineup after missing 2 games from his injury. So it was good to have some of those guys back in the lineup, and I thought they played really good tonight. One thing I want to talk about is Jacob Markstrom after the game. I'll show the graphic right here. but he broke his stick and threw it across the ice, and man, he was really upset. I thought he played a good game all night, so he should have deserved to get that win. They also played good in front of him, so I mean, not much we could say about that. Hopefully, that was a good stepping stone for Markey, so hopefully he can continue this and get back to where he was before his injury. So yeah, that was pretty much that'll sum it up. I mean, they got the 1 point in a tight playoff race. So the Vancouver Canucks came out with the 2, and they really needed it because they're fighting for their lives right now in that wild card spot. So the Devils got their 1 point, but they're gonna have to find a way to get 2 going forward and keeping their distance because the Islanders are starting to creep up. So yeah, I mean, anything could happen down the stretch, but I feel like the Devils should make it. So that'll about do it. Tough game, but we got the 1 point. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and follow. This is my second video, so please go to the first video and please like that too. And let's go Devils, baby. Woo!